Should we pretend to be snakes? Yeah. Do you remember how we were snakes last time?
Yeah.
What did we do? Who remembers? We put our heads.
Playfulness is the motivation to freely and joyfully engage with, connect with, and explore the surrounding world. That's it. You gotta want to do this thing. You gotta have a drive to do it. That's the motivation piece. To freely, willingly, and joyfully engage and connect and explore, the curiosity. I really don't know what's more important than that.
A huge part of our training is about being happy ourselves. And it's really easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind of being a preschool teacher, just getting through the day rather than getting through the day while you're having a good time. So it helps me to, when I get home, go, wow, I had a really great day today. My husband would be like, how was your day? And yesterday I was like, my day was great. We have ups and downs, but it's a great day because we're here and I'm doing what I love every day. And I think that it reminds me how much I love my job.
Connecting with who you are and what you're passionate about through playfulness is a key concept of the Playmakers Life is Good organization. The Playmakers are nonprofit partners of the for-profit Life is Good company, which sells a range of products that promote an optimistic approach to living. The focus on play as a transformative tool for children and adults evolved from work with at-risk populations of traumatized children. The revelation to founder Steve Gross was that relationships developed through play have magical qualities.
And so this group of homeless preschoolers every week came to the gym. And what we observed, or what we noticed, was that there was profound changes. That kids came into the gym, lots of kids who were withdrawn, that several sessions in started to feel and present themselves as much more connected and much more a part of a group. Other kids who came in who were maybe aggressive or overly impulsive seemed to be more at peace and were able to manage their impulses, and they seemed to be much more self-regulated. So we had folks from the shelter going, what are you guys doing in this gym with these kids? We're seeing these huge changes. We're just playing with them. We're wrestling, we're climbing, we're jumping, we're running. I didn't have a theoretical background. And so it wasn't until a psychologist and some folks came to the gym and started to look at what we were doing and write some work where they would write a paper on what was actually going on in the gym, and I'd read it and go like, I had no idea any of that stuff was going on. We were just tuned into kids, playing with them, having joyful interactions with them, listening to them, and really following their lead.
Do you know that Roy asked if we could try a chicken? Roy, how should we be a chicken? What should we do with our body? Go like this, ready?
In order to follow a child's lead, adults need to respect each child as an individual. The Playmakers see play as a tool. Playing together should be fun for children and adults, but the deeper value of play is related to the way it allows adults to form a meaningful relationship with a child.
The very best way that I know to build relationships with kids is simply to play with them. To get down on their level, to find out what they're interested in, to ask a lot of questions, to be really curious about how they are understanding and viewing and experiencing the world around them. And when I build a relationship with a child, especially one that's been built through joyful play, there is not a better tool that I've ever found for helping kids be able to do all the things that we want them to do that sometimes become challenging. So whether it's listening or following directions or waiting or being patient and sharing and all of those things that sometimes become really difficult behaviors. That relationship, when built really well, when built as a partnership, is the most effective tool that I've ever found for helping me guide children through any situation, especially those difficult ones.
Difficult situations like illness or violence in the home traumatize young children. A child who lives with daily traumas is unable to focus on learning.
And if there's one thing that I know about trauma is that it's tough to forget.
So when you're sitting in a classroom and you're listening to someone teach, there's so many other things in your mind that you need to worry about. So if you can create an environment that's safe, engaging, where kids can just be there in the moment, be there now, then they can enjoy it more. And in enjoying it, they can learn it. It's very hard to teach these letters and letter sounds to a kid who's worried about, what's going on at home or what's going on in their community, because they're not listening. So it's not until you engage kids and you know that you have their attention, that's when the most learning takes place.
I believe in my heart that most children do better when they have a healthy, optimistic, joyful adult around them that is helping to create those environments so that they can simply engage in the play. Not necessarily giving them the tools to play, but providing the opportunity. Children are professionals at play. I mean, that's what they do. Children rehearse life through play every day. And it's when an adult comes along that doesn't necessarily have the joyful, playful approach that sort of creates a shattered assumption for children. So what we want to do is make sure that we have healthy, invested and engaged adults that will help to create those environments.